At Bianchi Honda, we want to exceed your expectations for customer service. From our gorgeous showroom and accommodating staff to our extraordinary selection of Honda vehicles and industry-leading service department. Your vehicle should be the best choice for you, and you can find it here at Bianchi Honda. I'm Jason Perico, and I promise to always make it worth a visit.
Welcome back, everybody. A fired up James R. I'll be with you until 6 o'clock. Gannon women's coach Jim Brunelli, and then at 5:30, Jason Perico. And Jason will also be a guest on my morning show tomorrow on Jet 1400. Want to welcome Coach Brunelli. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Today, it's good to be anywhere.
I know, with all this snow and good Lord.
Hey, Coach, well, let's get down to business here. I was at the California game, and I just, before you came on, said most coaches I know don't make excuses. I think it's so hard, especially for Gannon teams. It's surreal at California. It's 5,000 to 6,000 seats. It's less than 100 people scattered. Yeah. It's just, to maintain that intensity, 4 or 5 times you're on the verge, I thought, of taking control.
Yeah, and we did there. We did there. You know, no, honestly, it doesn't.
Why did I ask?
No, it's one of those things. I think it. Here's the way I look at it. If you're playing for a crowd, and I hate to say this because it's my profession, women's basketball is not. You know what I mean? It's not where it's at. We have great fans, and there's no doubt about it. The city of Erie loves Gannon, and that's what we love it. But sometimes you go places, and it doesn't matter if all our fans travel. In that facility, it doesn't look like they're there. But we don't play. We can't play for the fans. We got to play for our team. And like you said, on the verge, hey, we took control of that game into the third quarter. Halfway through the fourth quarter, we just played terrible. We just went into doing things uncharacteristics. Our turnovers, having 18, didn't help. And it was a bad situation. And then when you get in having a foul and they made their shots. You know, we played some percentages and they didn't hit threes the entire game. And then once they hit a couple, we told them, hey, we got to adjust. Let's get out a little bit tighter. We didn't do that. We let their three-point shooters open. And what do you know? 3 threes in a row took the lead. And they never gave it back. Yeah.
Was 2 for 14 going in to that game from 3.
Yeah.
She hits 3 NBA threes in a row.
Yeah.
And I understand that happens and things such as that.
Yeah.
Jenny Teese has 17 rebounds. You know,
yeah.
If I could have left, if I had to leave before the fourth quarter started, somebody told me Gannon lost, I'd have been incredibly
Tell me about it.
Surprised.
No, I agree.
Was there one main thing? Was it lack of defense on the players?
Well, it was
lack of taking it. It
was a combination.
They had about 5 times where they didn't score.
Oh yeah.
And one basket puts you up at 8.
Yeah, and then we went a while without scoring in the most crucial
what I'm
time.
saying.
And we took some ill-advised shots.
Yeah,
some shots with 18 or 20 seconds left on the shot.
You know, I said that
Absolutely.
on the broadcast.
Absolutely.
They're a little rushed here.
And you know, with our program, we call that hero ball. Someone's trying to be your hero. That's not what got us to a 7-game win streak. That's not what got us to 9-1 in the conference. You know, at that point in time, it was playing team basketball. And you know, the kid that we were talking about, she was 2 of 14 shooting, whatever percentage that is, isn't very good. We said we're playing. She ended up going 4 for 7 in that game. Okay, now the first one was a deep one. We had a hand in her face.
Yeah.
The next 3, we did.
Contested?
We did. They were contested, but if you know about shooting.
Yeah.
If you're putting your hand up when they're already in their release, that does nothing to it. No. We got to get closer. And like I tell my team all the time, because we have some shooters on a team. Hey, what don't you like when somebody does, you're a shooter? What don't you like? When they get in my face. Well, we stop 3 feet short. Mm-hmm. You got to make a shooter do something different. Put the ball on the floor. Great shooters, they don't like putting the ball on the floor. They like rhythm shots, catch, boom, release, rotation, splash. That's what they like. You got to get in their face. We failed to do that 3 times. As a coach, That's very aggravating. You can see I'm getting fired up about it.
Oh, you should.
It's very frustrating because we talked about doing that, and we didn't. And so we got to get better. And then you come into Seton Hill, and we played some decent basketball, got a good lead, and then we just squandered it away. We played again. We did some hero ball stuff, doing things uncharacteristic on defense. And then when we start doing that, then I got to make adjustments and say, okay, hey, what worked in the first half, we're going to switch it up a little bit. It's not working now. And they took very, very good advantage of the mistakes we made. And that's just a credit to Seton Hill.
You know, I didn't see Seton Hill, but California, several losses that I didn't think were possible. They're coming off those. But again, as you know now, there's a target on the Gannon. You know, that makes their season.
Oh, it does.
You know,
it
that
does.
makes their season. They concentrate. You're going to get their best shot.
Yeah.
And California did it. Seton Hill comes in, I think, 5 and 6 in the league at the time.
Yeah.
Tell me about
earlier that week,
yeah.
they beat Cal at home in overtime, got beat by Mercyhurst, and they came in and they wanted it more. Like I tell the kids, you know, and it gets old. Hey, I tell this group, I tell every team, this is my 8th year as a head coach, I say it every year at the beginning of the year. Ladies, there's going to come a time when you stop listening, because there's a difference between hearing and listening. There's going to be a time when you stop listening and you only hear it. And I hope it's later than sooner, okay? But they can't, you know, and it gets to the point where, hey, we keep talking about things, goes in one ear and out the other. And I tell them all the time, we're going to get everybody's best shot. There are no slouch games in this league. There are none.
Yeah.
And we have to come like I tell you, hey, our next game, that's the next big game. And you got to prepare it that way. And I take full responsibility.
Because
I failed to do that.
on the other side, you will be their big game. So
Absolutely.
Your team better understand,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah.
Real quick too on Seton Hill. Do they have a MIF set on that team?
Yes.
The local group?
Yep.
What about the Seton Hill roster? Where were they good? How are they able to come back? I just wish I.
They're in a couple ways. They're very versatile. They have some really good post players. They have some really good guards. And when we started making some adjustments on the defensive end, they pounded the ball inside. And then we would come down and turn over the ball, take an ill-advised shot, or take a really good look and get one. But you can't go every possession and trade baskets or give up points, go down, turn the ball over, go down, take a bad shot, go down, not work the offense. Things like that. But they have a very good team, and they're young, and they already are a good team. They'll be an even better team if they keep up.
And of course, as we say in the business, though, that's like the Alamo. That's history.
Yeah,
so now
that's what it is.
Win or lose, it is what it is.
Short memory, you learn from your mistakes. You hope you do, and then you get back at it. We had a good practice today. We just got out of there right now because there's no school at Gannon because of the holiday. And so we were able to not have to practice at 6:30 in the morning. But we'll be back there tomorrow. Had a good practice today. I feel we got better, and we're taking steps. And that's the main goal. I tell the team all the time. If you don't have something to prove every day you step on that court, just sit down. Don't worry about it. If you don't, you have to come in ready to play and be better than you were the last time out. That's the goal.
Now on the road.
Yeah.
Rival. I mean, it's everything. 2-game losing streak.
4-game win streak for them.
Yeah, against a dramatically improved Mercyhurst.
Yeah.
It's not a fluke. They play everybody good, win or lose. Tell me about this Mercyhurst team and why are they playing so well?
You know, they're playing team ball. I think they're doing a really good job of the film that I've watched. They're sharing the ball. You know, they don't have 7, 8, 9 kids scoring. They have a lot of kids, you know, their top 2 players, Hines and Piagessi, are putting the ball in the hoop. And then everybody else is doing a great job of doing what they do best.
Yeah,
when it stepped up.
1,000-point score.
Yeah, and she's coming off the bench and giving them great minutes. Same for, who's the kid from Northeast? Artis. She's coming off the bench, giving them exceptional minutes. And when you got 2 players coming off the bench who were starters the year before, that's a great situation to be in. and they're playing they're playing team basketball. They're getting it done on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they're mixing up their defenses. They're playing good, solid basketball. And then what it's all about, is making plays down the end. And that's what they've been doing. And they got a good win in overtime. I think that may have been around at Clarion. I can't remember how far back, but that was one of their first wins or second wins. And then they've played well on the road. They went down to a tough UPJ, beat them. Went down to a tough Seton Hill, and beat them. Every game on the road, you got to be ready to play.
I think they sent a message early on. I believe Shippensburg won at Edinburgh.
No, they won at us and then go over there and lose.
And then
Yep. They beat Ship. Yeah, absolutely. Listen,
and they
there are
a team that beat Edinburgh too.
I think it was Kutztown. I think it was Kutztown they beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, this league, it is very good top to bottom. And if you're not, that's why the saying is, you got to, every game, you got to be ready to play, because on any given day you can be beat.
Is your team get excited for Mercer's like Erie people? Do they understand it's a little different?
No, they do. They do. They understand the rivalry.
Yeah,
they understand the
older
rivalry,
kids,
you know, and we talk to them about it. I mean, it's a great game. They've been through rivalries in high school, and you know, there's some great rivalries in Erie here, and this is one of them that is up there with all the big time ones. You know, great crowds, passionate fans, and you know, our fans are going to travel great over there. And we just got to come out and play our game, play our style, play as a team, and try to do what we do best.
This is a tough situation for a coach at this stage. Have you even thought of personnel changes in a way? Have you thought of tweaking? You know, you're in a position like, I don't want a knee-jerk reaction, and then 2 games away going, well, I let that get away from us too.
Yeah.
What's your thought process, and have you thought of changes, and as a coach, have you made changes at this stage?
You know, I think in the last couple games, I made some kids got a little bit more time than maybe they have in the past. And that's just because, like I said, I've probably said it a million times on this show. It's one of those things, it's a gut feel. It's a gut feel. You go into the game, and if someone has it, sometimes it's that obvious. Sometimes it's not as obvious. I think some of the games with some of the kids that we've had, if I were to make a knee-jerk situation where it's like, oh, I'm pulling her out of the lineup, I don't know if that would be good.
Right.
Because, you know, you watch the film with kids that may not score, okay, or maybe shut out or may turned over the ball. Different story with your turn over the ball. If they're not understanding the concepts of your offense and what you're doing, that's a different ball game. Or if they're not scoring, it's because of, you know, they could have had really good defense. I just don't think it's time right now to just completely throw my hands up in the air and say, hey, we got to make a change.
Start over at
this
stage.
I just think we hit a little bump in the road, and that's all it is. And we're going to be better for it. You know, hey, sent this text to my team the other night. You know, adversity is a prerequisite to something great happening. And I believe that. It's happened to me in my career before. You have a little bit of adversity, things don't look the greatest, and boom, you go on a run. You know, you got to have faith. You got to believe in what you do. I work with these young ladies. I'm sitting with them. We're in practice. I know what they can do. And that you just got to believe and have faith.
You know, it's funny. Basketball in particular, I never had an eagle. I had no reason to, so it made it easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I came off the bench because I didn't have any choice anyhow. Right. I loved coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But some people just can't handle not being a starter.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to look around and, that guy's right-handed. You know, they do this. I really enjoyed coming off the bench because I wanted to be there at the end anyhow. I really didn't care about the beginning.
Yeah,
There's some people that are made for that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you can go through teams and I'm just, you know, you mentioned that question and I'm listening to you, and then I'm thinking of the kids that I've had where I remember we had an injury. So I pulled my 6th man, put her in the lineup. She tanked. It got to her. And I was like, oh man, okay, let's hurry up, get you back. And then had to put somebody else in. What do you know? As soon as she came off the bench, it was less nerves, it was less pressure. boom, she went back to being her
And
normal
she
self.
maybe one of those people that get a feel for the game.
Yeah.
Some of these big
Oh,
players.
absolutely, absolutely. And you hope that happens. And, there's always the saying, hey, anybody can be a starter, or can you be a finisher? And you throw out all the cliche stuff. And we have some great potential as starters. We have some great potential as finishers. We just got to do a better job of it. And the only way to do that is by playing team basketball, not having an ego, like you said. I told my team this today. I read a lot of John Wooden stuff. And I just read him a quote today that in all my dealings with John Wooden, this was the first I heard of it, was last week. And it was, when you come to practice, you cease to exist as an individual. You are part of a team. And I went on to tell my team that, hey, when you get that shot, it's not you getting that shot, it's the team that gets that shot.
Absolutely.
It all goes hand in hand. That's it.
That's all and I told you this, but I believed it. I'm proud of it. When I came home from an out-of-town game, my father said, "How'd you do?" I said what he wanted to hear. We won or we lost.
Right.
And then later on, conversation. Well, how'd you do individually?
Yeah.
I just wanted to be on a winner. I don't care and I know it sounds stupid. I'd have rather sat on the bench and win.
Yeah.
And play than lose. I mean, that's just, I wanted to be on a winner.
Exactly. It's like the saying, you hear coaches, and they win a game. And I've been, hey, listen, I'm my worst critic. But you hear coaches that'll say, we lost, we just didn't play. We won, but we didn't play well, we did do that. I'd rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss any day of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's touch on Slipper Rock. I don't know much. You may know a little more than I do right now.
Right.
I look at some of their scores. I think they're better.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They are. Talent-wise, they are better. I haven't watched. I saw some film of them, and the only reason I saw film of them is because of they were the opponent of someone that we were looking at. I don't know a ton about them. I have been through the roster. Coach McGraw has done a great job down there getting some transfers, some D1 transfers.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Bobby
I do
McGraw,
remember him.
and he's done a great job at getting some transfers, and he'll get things worked out down there. They have talent. There's no doubt about it. They're a good ball team. But right now our focus is on Mercyhurst. But I do appreciate you bringing up, because this Saturday coming up is our Pink Zone game. It's our 9th annual Pink Zone game. It's at 1 o'clock. Admission is free. We're hoping that all our fans, and we pack the Hammer Mill Center. We hope all our fans will come in, and those that would pay for a ticket, take that $5, $6, whatever it is, stick it right in our donation cans, because all of the Pink Zone money raised goes to Making Strides and Linked by Pink, which supports this Erie community who's dealing with breast cancer. And it's one of those things where this disease has touched everybody in this room.
Try and find somebody that doesn't have an emotion for this game.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where our ladies take pride in this game. Our coaching staff, Coach DeVille and I, we're on a committee with an amazing group of ladies. A lot of them are survivors. There's survivors on that group. There's people that it has touched everybody. And we take such pride in this, and they do an amazing job. And I'm not going to sit here and name everybody, because I'd feel bad, because I know I'd leave somebody out.
Absolutely.
But they're a tremendous group of people. They work really hard. They believe in an amazing cause. And we need everybody to come out and support that, because we got to find a cure. We got to.
Well, just a little piece of the puzzle.
That's exactly it.
Free admission for both games.
Yes.
It's also a Hall of Fame game, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's our Hall of Fame game. That's why the game's played at 1 and the men's game at 3, and then we'll have the banquet up in I believe, the Yale room. It'll be a great evening. Those games are so awesome to play in. Every game at the Hammer Mill is awesome to play in, but it's one of the ones that when you sit back and you talk to former players, they really, those things stick out in their head.
Do you know the standings of the PSAC West women? First of all, do you look at it?
I don't. I probably should more. I probably should more. I know that I believe it goes this way. It goes IUP, it goes Cal, then it goes us. And we all have 3 losses.
Okay.
But the only reason is I think we're 9-3, Cal is 9-3, but I believe IUP is 10-3.
They have a bye coming up then.
And they do. But the way it works out there is 3 losses, and
Right.
and I think the only reason they're in the standings as number 1 is because they have more games.
Sure.
Because
They got 10
Cal,
games, yeah.
they beat Cal, we beat IUP. It all goes in, and we'll leave that for the smarter people than
Now,
I.
six teams get in the playoffs.
Yes.
All right.
Top 2 on each side get a bye, first
Good.
round bye.
And then, I know you hate to hear this one, but I believe the West women host this year.
No, we know
Huh?
that. We know that. Yes, we do know that. Yes.
Yeah, because last year the men
Yep,
hosted.
the men hosted. It
West
goes every
hosted.
other year.
Yeah.
And no, we're very well aware of that. Only because it's one of our things that hey, as a goal, we have an opportunity to host. If it's in our area, man, let's try to do it.
There's not one team out there wants to come to the Erie to play
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right, Coach Brunelli, good luck
Thank you, buddy.
Wednesday.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you up the road.
All right, we'll see you there. Thank you.
All right.